Social media can be very, very helpful, but it can also be kind of dangerous. So you have to be careful how you use it, especially when it comes to changing your diet. There's so much great inspiration out there for healthy meals and really, really clean eating. When I first came to this lifestyle, this way of eating, I saw people eating things just like plain potatoes with lettuce, nothing on it. And I still am not at that level. And I felt really bad at first for not being able to just eat plain potatoes with no sauce or something on it I wasn't used to eating that way. I went strictly from eating, you know, a bunch of dairy. I was vegetarian for a really long time, but I'd still eat a bunch of dairy. And even when I wasn't eating dairy, I'd be eating things really, really high in fat. So when I first came to this high carb, plant-based way of eating, I would see these people eating full fruit breakfasts, 20 banana smoothies, and I would try to replicate that. And when it didn't work, I would feel really bad. And I would just push myself really, really hard to try, like force my willpower almost, to try to eat that way. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do a lifestyle. I'm not trying to do a diet. Eating healthy, getting healthier, changing your diet shouldn't have to be so stressful. You shouldn't have to try so hard. If you're craving something, if there's something that will make your meal taste better and have you enjoy it more, you should do that, because food isn't just, yes, it's fuel, and we should definitely think of that first as fuel, food being fuel and not entertainment. But it's really important to enjoy it while you're eating it. More so, are just as important as it is how it's feeding you and what it is and how it's nourishing your body. It needs to nourish your soul too. Because if you are miserable at every mealtime, you know, this is the only form of art, like when you cook, that's the only form of art that you can actually intake into your body. But if you make it and then you don't enjoy it, and the entire time you're eating it, you're not enjoying it, and you're taking that feeling into your body, it's not helpful, it's not beneficial, it's not going to make your life feel brilliant and feel wonderful and charmed. So just as important as feeding yourself, feeding your body the healthy foods, you have to feed your mind and your spirit the tastes. You have to give it the satisfaction that it really wants. And when you look at these online diets, people eating super, super clean, fully, like the huge smoothies, I couldn't do it at first with those so many bananas, or maybe sometimes people just do really plain things without much ingredients. And if that doesn't work for you, spice it up. Don't be afraid of jazzing it up. Don't be afraid of using some cool fancy dressing on your potatoes instead of just eating them dry, because if it's going to help you eat it better, if you're going to enjoy your food better, you're not going to feel bad afterwards. And sometimes even afterward, I wouldn't eat as much as I am supposed to, because you have to eat a whole lot when you're not eating such calorie-dense foods that like oil or animal products. So if it's really dry and plain and you don't really enjoy it, you might not end up eating enough, and then you'll feel crabby and irritable and all these other things that come along with, you'll feel weak, that come along with not eating enough, and you might blame the diet. But it's not the diet, you're just not eating enough because you don't enjoy the food you're eating. It's really important to just get there eventually, because you don't know how long it took that person to get there. They might have had years and years of eating differently before, like transitioning into that way of eating, before they could eat just those dry potatoes. Years and years of it, and you're just starting it. You have to give yourself time, and some people move a lot faster than others. Also, it depends on how you were raised. Some people were raised eating pretty plain, standard, clean foods. Not everybody, not most of us. And other people were born didn't eat like any fruits or vegetables. My family didn't buy too many fruits or vegetables growing up because we had a lot of kids, we ate a lot of food, and it was expensive. So a lot of it was like frozen, canned, and just not like a bunch of fresh fruits and vegetables. Like strawberries, they're expensive. Things like that are expensive. Maybe a couple apples and oranges, but that was to the extent of it. So my growing up, like what I crave and what satisfies me wasn't fruit and vegetables, it wasn't produce. So I had to ease into eating a different way. And now I really, really crave kale and greens and a smoothie in the morning, but it takes some time. You know, you gotta ease yourself into it. Start with a little bit, crowd out the other foods with the good foods, and eventually it will just come second nature. And you can just don't try not to compare your diet or even your life with the people online. Find inspiration to motivate yourself to be able to create a life of your own, create a life of your dreams, a diet of your dreams, and just be proud of yourself and every little step that you make. Take it one step at a time. Don't feel bad about it. Give yourself little celebrations for every accomplishment that you make. I hope this helped. Let me know what you think down below. Like, share, subscribe. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.